Please like and subscribe. In the small medieval village of Ravenswood, nestled in the heart of the kingdom, there lived a brother and sister named Alaric and Adjith. They were known throughout the village for their kindness and generosity. Alaric was a skilled herbalist who had always been interested in the healing arts, and Adjith was a kind and gentle soul, loved by all who knew her. However, Adjith was suffering from a mysterious illness that left her weak and bedridden. The village healers had tried everything they could, but nothing seemed to cure her. They had given her various potions and treatments, but her condition only seemed to worsen. One day, Alaric decided that he would not rest until he found a cure for his sister's illness. He had always been interested in the healing arts and had studied the ancient texts in the village's library. He believed that there was a cure out there, and he was determined to find it. "Adjith, my dear sister," Alaric said as he sat by her bedside, "I promise you, I will not rest until I find a cure for your illness. I will go to the ends of the earth if I have to, but I will bring you back to health." Adjith smiled weakly and took her brother's hand. "I believe in you, Alaric," she said. "I know you will find a cure." Alaric decided that he would not rest until he found a cure for his sister's illness. He believed that there was a cure out there, and he was determined to find it. He spent all of his time studying ancient texts and experimenting with different herbs and potions. He spent hours in his small workshop, brewing concoctions and testing them on himself to see if they had any effect. He consulted with other healers and scholars, seeking their advice and knowledge. He also visited the nearby markets to buy rare ingredients and herbs. As the days passed, Alaric became more and more obsessed with finding a cure for his sister's illness. He rarely slept or ate, consumed by his quest. His friends and family worried about him, but he would not be deterred. He was determined to save his sister, no matter the cost. With a heavy heart, Alaric left his home and family behind, embarking on a journey to different kingdoms in search of knowledge and help. He had heard tales of healers and scholars in other lands who possessed knowledge and techniques that he had never encountered before. He was determined to find a cure for his sister's illness, no matter what it took. His journey took him through rugged mountains and over treacherous rivers. He encountered many obstacles and dangers, such as bandits and rival healers who were jealous of his talents. But Alaric was determined to succeed, and he pushed on. One of the first kingdoms he visited was the kingdom of Ardinia, where he met a renowned healer named Gisela. She was known for her knowledge of rare herbs and her ability to cure even the most incurable illnesses. Alaric asked her to teach him her techniques and methods, but she refused, saying that her knowledge was too valuable to share with just anyone. "You're wasting your time here, young man," Gisela said, looking down her nose at Alaric. "I have no interest in teaching an amateur like you. You'll never find a cure for your sister's illness, so you might as well go home now." Alaric didn't give up. He knew there is still a chance, and he continued his journey. He went to the kingdom of Normandy, where he met a wise old healer named Gautier. Gautier was known for his knowledge of ancient texts and his ability to interpret the most obscure medical texts. He took Alaric under his wing and taught him the secrets of the ancient healers. "The key to healing is not just in the herbs and potions," Gautier told Alaric. "It's in understanding the illness itself and the body that it afflicts. Only then can you truly cure it." Alaric felt he was getting closer to find a cure. After many months of traveling and studying, Alaric finally found a cure for his sister's illness in an ancient manuscript. It was a long-forgotten remedy made from a rare and exotic plant that only grew in the furthest reaches of the kingdom. He immediately set out to find the ingredients and bring them back to Ravenswood. He journeyed to the kingdom of Caledonia, where the plant was said to grow. He searched the wilds for days, braving treacherous terrain and dangerous creatures, until he finally found the plant. He collected as much as he could and set out for home. When he returned to Ravenswood, he immediately prepared the remedy and gave it to his sister. To his great joy, Adjith's condition began to improve almost immediately. She had more energy and her color returned to her cheeks. However, there was a problem. The ingredients he had collected were not enough to last more than a few doses, and he knew that his sister would need to take the remedy for many months to fully recover. He needed more of the rare plant, and fast. He approached the village elder, a wealthy merchant named Edgar, and asked for his help. "I need more of this plant to save my sister," Alaric said. "But it is rare and expensive, and I have nothing left to sell." Edgar looked at Alaric with sympathy. "I will help you," he said, "but it will not be cheap. This plant is highly sought after, and the merchants who control the supply will not give it up easily. Alaric knew he had no choice. He sold all of his possessions, including his house, to buy the ingredients he needed. He traveled back to Caledonia, and after some negotiation with merchants and traders, he was able to secure a large quantity of the plant. He brought it back to Ravenswood and was able to continue treating his sister. The villagers saw the love and sacrifice that Alaric had for his sister. They admired him and helped him in any way they could. But Alaric knew that he must continue to work hard to ensure that Edgith's recovery was complete. Edgith's health gradually improved, and soon she was able to walk and leave her bed again. The villagers were overjoyed, and they threw a big feast in honor of Alaric and his sister. They had never seen such a selfless act of love before, and they were moved by Alaric's dedication. However, despite his sister's recovery, Alaric's future looked uncertain. He had sold all his possessions to buy the ingredients for the remedy, and he was now penniless and homeless. He had nothing left to his name but the clothes on his back and the knowledge he had gained on his journey. "You have nothing left, Alaric," said Edgith, tears streaming down her face. "What will you do now?" Alaric thought for a moment, then smiled. "I will continue my journey," he said. "I will learn more about the healing arts and help others in need. There are still many people out there suffering from illnesses that can be cured, and I will not rest until I help them all." Edgith hugged her brother tightly and said, "I will always be proud of you, my dear brother. You are a true hero, and you will always be remembered in this village as a selfless person who sacrificed everything for your sister." And with that, Alaric set out on his journey once again. He traveled to different kingdoms, learning new techniques and knowledge and helping those in need. He became known as the miracle healer, and his reputation spread far and wide. He helped many people and saved countless lives, but he never forgot his sister, Edgy.